What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Marie Fredriksson, and returning to the 1996 album that translates to In a Time Like Ours. Thank you again to Gebus, and the next song apparently means The Dream. So again, it'll be in Swedish. I doubt I will have any insights, but of course a dream can be a literal dream, what your mind does while you're sleeping, which can be quite an experience. It can relate to people you know, though sometimes even that is a bit complicated because you might have a sense that of who someone is, but they don't look like them. Maybe it relates to people in your past, and then other times it's a bit more fantastical and random. And then other times, as happens with me, or at least used to happen to me a lot, I have very mundane dreams where it's like I'm in the kitchen, it feels like I'm doing real things, making a sandwich or something, and then poof, I wake up. It's like, what are you doing, brain? Nevertheless, of course, dreams can also be goals, ambition. Oh, my real dream is to do this. Or a dream could be like a mirage, something which seemed to be real in your actual waking life, and then poof, it's gone. It's like, oh, I guess it was just a dream. So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there might be more than one meaning, although maybe it will actually be specifically focused on one of those concepts, or maybe one that I did not even raise. I look forward to any insights people will have about the lyrics. Let's hear it. This is Marie Fredriksson from her In a Time Like Ours album, 1996, and the song apparently translates to The Dream. Blues?
På andra sidan
I need to know who's playing with Marie on this tune because there's some blues artists. I mean, I would believe the guitarist was like Bo Diddley or Muddy Waters or something. Forget about it. This is great guitar work, and we've got some blues organ keys in there, and then a harmonica coming in to really flourish and flare up with some blues flavor. So, yeah, I loved it. But the whole tune, though, it's like a blues song mixed with a bit of synth pop, because even at the beginning when it was very bluesy, and we actually had some wind chimes to start, so kind of some real world noises to kick the track off. But even in the first phase where it was very bluesy, there were already some synth layers, like a string synths or something. They would just flourish a little bit, and then it goes into a second section which has more of a synth pop sound, even if again the guitar still had a bluesy flavor. And then as the track evolved, it would kind of have those two stylings, blues and synth pop, in different proportions. And while by the end it's mostly blues again, the keyboards, like the synth pop style keyboards, were definitely an element in there. Some like pad synths, and so again there was like this floaty middle section which had more of a sound like on a number of her tunes I've heard before. But ultimately I think the blues sonic flavors, which she sung with perfectly, like her voice is compelling no matter what, but she can do different things with it. And here I felt, especially in the sections where it was like clearly just one vocal line of her delivery, I felt the emotion, that kind of blues, like the world is against you but you're still trying to persist, you're still pushing onward. And I don't know again how that may relate to The Dream. But then there were the vocal sections where it was like, it sounded like two or three of Marie's voice layered. Now maybe those were actually backing singers, I'm not sure, but when I first was hearing those sections, which really stood in contrast to the single lead line vocals from Marie, my thought was, oh, it's like layered, which it made me think actually of Annie Lennox and the Eurythmics, because they have a lot of tunes where like you're hearing three vocal tracks from Annie like all stacked onto each other, and it felt like that was what was happening here with Marie's voice. But maybe they were backing vocals, or maybe it was like one line from Marie but with other singers like doubling and tripling her vocal line. Either way, a really compelling tune and a downright bluesy, tasty masterpiece sonically. So yeah, a really cool one for Marie. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.